Hey folks, Captain here, preacher at large, teaching the word and inspiring 3 minutes at a time. Hey, this morning in Romans chapter 16, it's the last chapter of Romans. Now, Romans is power packed. It's powerful. It's packed full of all sorts of stuff on grace and works and faithfulness, and there's just all sorts of stuff in there, right? Salvation, man, it's just power packed. Now, when a writer writes 16 chapters, and in the very last chapter he summarizes, we need to take special note of what they're reiterating at the very end. Because, yeah, they want you to get everything, but if you miss everything else, they want to make sure you get this thing, right? There's always one or two nuggets. Well, if you read chapter 16, Paul closes out the 16 chapters by praising and recommending all these great people to the church. Hey, greet this person and greet that person. They're doing these great things and they're doing these great things. And this person's doing this great. And then towards the end, he talks about him thanking them for the different things they're doing. But nestled right there in the middle, you may just go over this a little bit too fast, but nestled right there in the middle of Romans 16, starting with verse 17, at the very end of all 16 chapters of Romans and all the great stuff that's there, here's what he says, starting with verse 17 of chapter 16. Now I urge you, brethren, note those who cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrines which you learned, and avoid them. For those who are such do not serve the Lord, but their own belly, and by smooth words and flattering speech deceive the hearts of the simple. Now, we don't know whether Paul is talking about people inside the church or outside the church. We can only hope these are people that aren't inside the church. There might be. But what he says after all this great stuff of Romans is avoid people that cause divisions and are contrary to the doctrine which you learned. Now, Paul taught them a lot of things about Jesus Christ. And so if there's one thing that you can do to change your life in 2020, it's to stay away from divisive people. I'm sorry if they're your friends. I'm sorry if they're your family. You may want to keep them at arm's length. If they're your family, you're still going to have to interact with them. You're still going to have to love them. But maybe you need to keep them at arm's length. People that are divisive cause problems in the church. People that are divisive cause issues. And Paul is saying, after all this great stuff he taught, stay away from those people. As a matter of fact, one version says, keep an eye on those people and avoid them. Right? Got to keep an eye on them, right? And so for 2020, as you start this new year, go ahead and take an account. And if you can avoid people that are divisive, go ahead and do it. Paul says it'll be good for you. Now, go get your face in the Bible.